Speak version equals 1.0 XMLNS equals http://www.w3.org/2001/10/synthesis. XMLNS. MSDTS equals https://www.w3.org/2001/MSDTS Lang equals NUS. Voice name equals NUS Neural. MSDTS. Express as style equals SAD. Style degree equals 1.8. Prosody rate equals -18%. Pitch equals -10%. I am 82 years old. I've made my share of mistakes in life, but there's one decision I made that ruined 20 years of my life. I'm not proud of it, but here it goes. I'm a retired accountant from Kansas City, Missouri. I grew up in a modest family. My parents always worked hard to give me and my siblings the best life they could. I was a smart kid. I got into the University of Missouri on a scholarship and graduated with honors. I thought I had it all together. But that was then. I met my wife Susan at a church function. She was beautiful inside and out, a lovely person who always had a smile on her face. We married young. I was 25 and she was 22. I thought we were in love. We had two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, and a nice home in the suburbs. Life was good, but I was 28 when Susan was diagnosed with breast cancer. I remember that day like it was yesterday. The doctor told us it was stage 1 and that she had a good chance of beating it. But I knew I had to do something to protect us. I was scared, Susan was scared, our children were scared. So I made a decision that I thought would secure our future. I invested all of our savings in a real estate venture. It was a new development on the outskirts of Kansas City. I was convinced it would make me rich. My brother-in-law was involved in the project, and he assured me it was a sure thing. But the truth was he had no idea what he was doing. He was just using my money to line his own pockets. I gave him over $100,000. I was completely wrong. The project went bankrupt 6 months later, and I lost everything. We had nothing left except for our home and a few debts that we couldn't pay. Susan's cancer treatment was expensive, and we couldn't afford it. We had to declare bankruptcy. Our home was repossessed. We had to sell most of our belongings. Susan's cancer went into remission, but she was devastated by the loss of our home. Our children were embarrassed by the situation and didn't know how to help us. I felt like a failure. Nobody told me this, but I later found out that my brother-in-law had been running scams all his life and was in deep trouble with the law. He even had a fake identity. I was naive. I trusted him because he was Susan's brother. I thought he would always do the right thing. But it didn't end there. I was in so much debt that I had to work 2 jobs to pay it off. I was exhausted, I was depressed, and I was broken. Our marriage suffered. Susan had to work as well, just to make ends meet. We couldn't afford to eat out anymore. We couldn't afford vacations. We became strangers to each other. I was completely wrong when I trusted my brother-in-law. They lied to us. I believed them because I wanted to believe them. I wanted to believe that I had made a good decision. But I was wrong. It took me 15 years to pay off the debt. My marriage suffered for 20 years. Susan passed away in 2008 from lung cancer, and I was left alone with nothing. I sold our small home in a nice neighborhood and moved to a small apartment on the outskirts of Kansas City. It's been 10 years now, and I've come to realize the pain that I caused myself and my family. I'm old now. I've reached a point in my life where I can look back and see what I did wrong. I made a poor decision, a decision that hurt people I loved. But I learned from it. If you're listening to this and you're struggling with debt or a failed investment, don't give up. It's okay to fail. It's okay to make mistakes. But don't let those mistakes define you. You can always start over. Wisdom is a hard-won thing. I've come to realize that you can't trust everyone, even those closest to you. You have to be careful. You have to do your research. You have to ask tough questions. And then there's forgiveness. Forgiveness is a process. Forgiveness takes time. Forgiveness is hard, but it's necessary. I've learned to forgive my brother-in-law, even though he's long gone. I've learned to forgive myself for my mistakes. I'm not a perfect person, but I'm wiser now. I've made peace with my past. I've come to terms with my mistakes. I've learned that life is a journey, not a destination. There's still so much to see, so much to experience. I'm 82 years old now, and I've got one message for you. Take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and always be cautious with your money. Life is short, life is precious, and life is unpredictable. If you've reached this point, thank you for listening. If this reached your heart, please subscribe. I still have things to say. /prosody /mstts express as /voice /speak